Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how gaming affects the brain. As a gamer myself, I have always been interested in the impact that video games can have on our cognitive abilities. And I think it's important to understand how gaming can affect our brain function. So, in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about how gaming affects the brain. To start with, let's talk about how video games impact the brain's reward system. When you play a video game, your brain releases dopamine, which is a chemical that is associated with pleasure and reward. This release of dopamine is what makes playing video games so enjoyable and addictive. However, the problem with this is that the brain can become desensitized to dopamine over time, which means that it takes more and more of the chemical to get the same level of pleasure and reward. This can lead to addiction and a decrease in motivation and satisfaction in other areas of life. Another way that gaming affects the brain is through the development of cognitive skills. There is a lot of evidence to suggest that playing video games can improve a wide range of cognitive abilities, including attention, memory, spatial awareness, and problem-solving skills. For example, studies have shown that playing action video games can improve visual attention and processing speed, while puzzle games can improve problem-solving skills and memory. This is because video games often require you to use your brain in complex and challenging ways, which can help to strengthen neural connections and improve cognitive function. However, it's not all good news when it comes to gaming and cognitive skills. There is also evidence to suggest that playing video games excessively can have a negative impact on certain cognitive abilities, such as executive function and impulse control. This is because video games often encourage immediate gratification and can lead to a lack of self-control and poor decision-making skills. Next, let's talk about how gaming affects the brain's physical structure. One study found that playing video games can increase the size and efficiency of certain brain regions, such as the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. These areas of the brain are associated with memory, attention, and spatial navigation, which means that playing video games can potentially improve these cognitive functions. However, it's important to note that these findings are still relatively new and more research is needed to fully understand the impact of gaming on brain structure. Also, let's talk about the potential negative effects of gaming on mental health. There is evidence to suggest that excessive gaming can lead to a range of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and addiction. This is because video games can provide an escape from real life and can be used as a way to avoid dealing with underlying emotional issues. Additionally, the social isolation that can come with excessive gaming can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. Now, let's dive a little deeper into some of the research that has been done on the topic of how gaming affects the brain. One study, published in the journal Nature, found that playing action video games can improve visual attention and spatial cognition. The study compared the performance of gamers and non-gamers on a variety of cognitive tasks and found that the gamers outperformed the non-gamers in tasks requiring visual attention and spatial cognition. The researchers suggested that this improvement was due to the fact that action video games require players to constantly monitor their environment and make quick decisions, which can lead to improvements in these cognitive skills. Another study, published in the journal Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, found that playing a racing game for just 2 hours led to an increase in gray matter in the brain regions associated with spatial navigation and attention. The researchers suggested that this increase in gray matter may be due to the fact that racing games require players to constantly make split-second decisions and navigate complex environments, which can lead to improvements in these cognitive abilities. However, not all studies have found a positive impact of gaming on cognitive abilities. One study, published in the journal PLOS One, found that playing video games for more than 2 hours a day was associated with poorer cognitive control and increased impulsivity in young adults. The researchers suggested that this may be due to the fact that video games can encourage immediate gratification and a lack of self-control, which can lead to poorer decision-making skills. When it comes to the impact of gaming on mental health, there is also a growing body of research. One study, published in the Journal of Adolescence, found that excessive gaming was associated with higher levels of depression and anxiety in adolescents. The study found that those who played video games for more than 4 hours a day were more likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety than those who played for less than 1 hour a day. Another study, published in the Journal of Psychiatric Research, found that excessive gaming was associated with changes in brain function that are similar to those seen in individuals with addiction. The researchers found that those who played video games for more than 30 hours a week had reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is the area of the brain associated with decision-making and impulse control. This suggests that excessive gaming can lead to changes in brain function that are similar to those seen in individuals with addiction. So, what can we do to ensure that gaming has a positive impact on our brains and mental health? First and foremost, it's important to set limits on how much time we spend playing video games. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that children and adolescents spend no more than 2 hours a day on screen-based entertainment, including video games. Adults should also be mindful of how much time they spend gaming and should try to balance their gaming time with other activities. It's also important to choose games that are appropriate for your age and cognitive abilities. For example, if you're looking to improve your problem-solving skills, you might want to choose puzzle games, while if you're looking to improve your spatial cognition, you might want to choose action or racing games. It's also important to choose games that are not excessively violent or graphic, as these can have a negative impact on mental health. Finally, it's important to maintain social connections and engage in other activities outside of gaming. Social isolation can be a risk factor for mental health issues, so it's important to maintain social connections with family and friends. Additionally, engaging in other activities, such as exercise, reading, or creative hobbies, can help to balance out the time spent gaming and can provide a source of enjoyment and fulfillment outside of gaming. So, what can we conclude from all of this? Well, it's clear that gaming can have both positive and negative effects on the brain, depending on how it is used. If used in moderation, gaming can potentially improve cognitive abilities and provide a source of entertainment and enjoyment. However, excessive gaming can lead to addiction, social isolation, and mental health issues. End conclusion. It's important to be mindful of how much time we spend playing video games and to be aware of the potential risks and benefits of gaming. By being aware of the impact that gaming can have on our brains, we can make more informed decisions about how we use this powerful and enjoyable form of entertainment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.